As we switch to Lori.
Yes, she's changing up some furniture. Great ideas here.
Oh, you should see what she does, believe me. But we're going to start off with, well, we're going to give you a little example how she takes something like this, whether it's been passed on to you or something that you found and discovered, and she makes it into something a little bit more modern. So just think about pieces that are custom made. So we're going to start off, first of all, not only by introducing everyone to Stacey Edwards from Switch Studios, but she's going to tell us some of the trends that are going on right now when it comes to fabrics. And it's not always the classic neutral stuff.
Yeah.
It's more patterns now that I see.
Exactly. So this is a line from Kravet, and it's Candace Olson Fabrics, and everyone knows and loves Candace. And she's taking, you know, the same neutrals, but livening them up. So look at how great it is with the animal print. She's really into adding sparkle to her stuff. So you can see it's still neutral, but it's exciting. Next, color. Color is huge right now. It's totally coming in with a bang. And this is a line, again, from Kravet, from Jonathan Adler. And again, you can see crazy fun color. And you know what? If you're not brave enough to do it on a whole chair like that's out there, pillows is great too. Outdoor fabrics.
Okay, let's talk about these fabrics,
Yeah.
these outdoor fabrics. How is it comparable to what many people already have?
Fabrics wear in the sun a lot. So these are specifically made all with synthetic materials to withstand the sun. So they're not going to fall apart and disintegrate over time. So it's really important if you are using them outside to have outdoor fabric on them, or otherwise it just won't last. But what's really great about Sunbrella is that they're coming out with these new beautiful fabrics that don't even look like outdoor fabrics. Back in the day, all you could get was plain canvasy, you know.
It's so true. Yeah.
And
this feels so soft.
It's like indoor fabrics almost. You wouldn't even know. So yeah, you know what? They're super fun.
And the thing is, this is where people can go wild, pretty much, right? Because it's outdoors.
Exactly.
And I think people are a little bit more adventurous, too, when it comes to choosing their fabrics, right? And patterns.
And you know what's really great is if you shop at a big box store, like everyone does for their outdoor furniture, all the cushions are beige.
Right.
So it's really great to take these and add color by, you know, changing a few of the cushions, adding some pillows.
And it's funny how just a wild piece of pattern could just create so much pop. I really want to show this that you've custom made.
Yeah, yeah. So this is a piece that we've made from scratch. This is obviously for my office for guests to sit on. This is a beautiful Schumacher fabric, and it really is. It's pop, it's excitement, and it looks really great against my white desk that's not as exciting, and all of our walls are white. So by adding, you know, adding some fun fabrics, it really shows your personality.
It really does, and we're going to show off her stuff, her personality, her work, all morning long. Switch Studios, we're here in Oakville. Please stay with us. We're going to continue to give you some more great choices for your home. We'll be right back. We are here where Stacey creates her magic, where she takes a piece of furniture and she makes the switch. She creates new life to it. Here are just some examples. You can check out her website, switchstudio.ca. A headboard, plain wooden headboard, and she just gave it new character, or chairs that maybe were passed on to you. Remember the peachy look that was really in the 80s? Look, some new life to it. And not only does she create fabric and chooses some great fabric to what you already have, but she's right in there and she is creating. So what are you doing right now?
Right now I'm stripping this chair. So basically, you know, removing all the old stuff off of it. So I'll show you how.
Yeah, show us how.
Okay, so this is a staple remover. Having the right tools is everything. I know a lot of people try to do things like this themselves and think, oh my God, how do you do it? Well, the right tools really help. So this is a stapler remover and a good pair of nice heavy-duty pliers to grip. So you want to make sure you hold the staple remover in your non-dominant hand.
Okay.
Pliers in your dominant hand.
Right.
And just get underneath the staple.
Right over there. Yeah.
Right underneath. And I tend to go under the fabric because it's easier, you get a better grip. And you just hammer on there a couple times and the staple comes right out.
Now you go to liquidation places, you go to antique places, and you pretty much, you know as long as it has a really good frame, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. As long as the wood is solid, anything can be replaced. All of the foam inside, all of the springs inside, everything can be redone.
So what you're basically doing here is that you're going to reupholster.
Yeah, remove all of this stuff. We're going to remove the foam. We're going to remove all of this webbing inside to put new stuff on to make it more structurally sound. So basically you end up with a new piece of furniture, mostly.
And talking about a new piece of furniture, so you see this chair right over here? Well, Stacy, she gave it 2 looks. Let's talk about the gray piece very quickly.
Yeah, so the gray piece, so we wanted to give the chair 2 different looks, and this was a frame that we picked up as well, so we made it into a bulletin board. So we gave it 2 different looks. So this is the classic look, and you can see this stitching detail that we put in here. I was inspired by the Oscars, actually, the men's tuxedos, and I put tuxedo stitching in there. And then we did another one,
Very fun.
Yeah, a fun one. So basically, you can take one chair and, you know, one frame, and you can have 2 different looks, 3 different looks, 100 different looks, whatever it is that you want to suit your own style.
We're going to show you some more right here, Switch Studios. We're showing you the process of how pretty much Stacy, she takes a chair that she'll find or someone that gives her, and she will do so many, you know what, the complications that you go through just to get this where your tush sits, really, if you think about it. So when we're talking about, it's not just stripping the fabric, it's talking about reupholstering and doing everything inside.
Yeah, yeah. So it's quite labor intensive. People just look at a seat like this and think, okay, I'm going to pay you to put new fabric on it. Well, there's a lot of stuff inside this little seat. So we have the fabric first of all. We're actually missing a layer here. There should have been a layer of batting over here so that it protects the foam, because this foam's pretty smushy and ruined now because the fabric has been rubbing on it. Next step inside here is a layer which protects the foam from falling through the other side. And then there's all this webbing here. So this takes a lot of time, doing a basket weave of this material here, which holds the seat. It's nice and elasticy, keeps the seat comfortable. And then, of course, the dust cover goes on the bottom.
And when we're talking about different types of foams, these are just some examples that you have over here.
Yeah, these are just a few examples. So foam comes in all different densities and different materials. So, for example, this is an indoor foam, which is great for indoor cushions, seats, all of that stuff. This is an mold-resistant foam, so it's used for
outdoors.
Yeah, and we also have another kind of foam that I don't have here today, but that's for getting wet. So if your outdoor furniture is going to get soaking wet, it has bigger holes in it to allow the water to flow through and evaporate faster.
And when you were talking about covering your foam, you're talking about these types of materials right over here.
Yeah, this is called terraline. Most people refer to it as batting, but there's different thicknesses of it, and yeah, it protects the foam. So when the fabric rubs against the foam, it eats away at the foam.
Yeah, for example, it's really hard to see, but you can see the lines from this fabric and how it pretty much just seep through here.
Sucked it, yeah.
And you have a lot of interesting types of material right over here, too.
We do. We have weird and wonderful things, too. So things like this. This is fun. People always wonder what this stuff's about. So this is what we use to close up the backs of chairs, certain kind of chairs. So this is called ply grip, and it actually you just push it closed. You do it differently, obviously, with a hammer and everything, but it closes and holds the fabric onto the back of the chair. It's all these new awesome inventions that are here.
And we're going to continue to show you some more new and awesome stuff that she changes as she makes the switch. Switch Studios right here in Oakville with Stacey Edwards. We'll be right back.
But boy, you know it's been a while, and I don't know why you don't take me downtown like you got anywhere better to be. Talk it up and give me the go round round like a good time tease.
Neat stuff there. Really cool stuff here.
Isn't it? Yeah, she really just livens up a lot of pieces that you would think, meh, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. Like, for example, this piece, right?
Yeah.
Again, we'll go back to this chair as just a little example. We're going to see more of her stuff a little later on. And we've shown everyone what you do with the foam.
Yeah.
Okay, and now let's talk about the reupholstering.
So yeah, once you replace the foam, we've added the batting onto there, so the foam's going to be protected. And I cut the fabric. Now what you want to do is make sure you center your fabric. So this is our center point.
Especially with patterns, yeah.
Yeah, right, with patterns. And so I've gone ahead and marked the back side, centered up my fabric, and away we go. So Lori, I'm going to get, you were watching
you
me.
first.
Okay,
you first.
okay, you
yeah.
were watching. So basically, I like to turn this on its side so I can see what I'm doing.
Yes.
Because if you pull too hard, the fabric's going to get all funny looking. So you just try to even it the same.
Okay, you just even it, yeah.
You just even it out, hold it there, and throw some staples in.
And there we go.
Yeah.
I may not go that fast.
Always, yeah, and one rule is always make sure you know where your fingers are.
Okay, here they
Yeah,
are. They're
yeah,
right here.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? How about if I just do one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
One
can
at
I
a
do
time.
it this way?
Yep, one at a time.
Okay. And one. Okay, let's do two. Okay, maybe one more. Three. Okay, so you can continue.
Okay.
But we want to tell everyone that when you are an interior designer.
Yes, that's my background.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can help people out there if they're saying,
Absolutely.
I don't know if I want stripes, florals, patterns, what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I ask them just to bring as much information to me as possible. Any colors that they have in their room, any photos of their space, and I can go ahead and help them choose their fabrics so that everything coordinates.
Right. So they can bring some pieces at home,
Yeah.
and they could and they bring in here things like if there's a pillow that has all their colors or something like that.
Exactly. Their paint colors, anything. And photos are always great too because seeing the space always helps.
Okay, so next up what we're going to do is that not only is we're going to see some of the after, how she switched a whole bunch of new life to the furniture that she discovered or people have brought to her. Okay, so we're going to see some of the things that she has switched up and breathed some life to. Once again, we have here Stacey Edwards. Okay, so an ottoman like that.
Yeah, this was custom actually, so this didn't exist until we created it. So we do a lot of custom stuff in the shop. So you can see we just added this cute little nail head trim on there.
And I love the fabric.
Thanks.
It's very 1970s almost kind of feel.
Yeah, relived, revived.
Okay, let's talk about this chair.
Yeah, so this my neighbors found actually on the side of the road somewhere, and it wasn't looking so great. And yeah, so we redid it in a nice natural linen, so it will match any space. Throw a cute pillow on there. Away you go.
And let's talk about these great pieces right over here. The thing is, a lot of parents out there, they think, okay, you know, this is beautiful, but
they worry about spills and things like that. So
Okay.
this is done in outdoor fabric. So if something spills on there, it easily beads off.
and we're
We
going to show
did.
that maybe a little later on.
Yeah.
See, and so what you did was that you used the outdoor fabric.
Outdoor fabric, yeah. So stuff literally just beads right off of it. Nothing sticks.
And the one right beside it?
This is also great for moms as well. This is a faux ostrich skin leather. So it looks beautiful. It's faux, so it's not too expensive. You don't worry about the kids wrecking it. And yeah, again, stuff will just wipe right off that. This is another fun chair that we did. Did the outside in a different fabric and then a coordinating solid on the inside. It's a bit more durable.
And when you sit on that, it feels like it just hugs you.
It's a cozy chair, for
Yeah.
sure. For
I call
sure.
this the Princess Leia chair because if you can see the little two happy faces with the little round thing right over there. But what you did to it is just absolutely beautiful.
Thank
and
you.
once again, when you talk about custom pieces, this is also a custom bench that you made?
Yeah, custom bench. So again, we just created it here, and of course pillows to match. And this is for a designer in Toronto, one of our clients, and it looks fabulous. It really does. So any size, any shape, any fabric.
We want to go back to this chair again
Yeah.
because we want to show the beads and how it, and literally the pieces, all the designs that you had in terms of outdoor fabric was absolutely beautiful. And you
Tons.
really can't tell the difference.
No, it's amazing. And we have lots of fabrics to choose from, indoor and outdoor, but
So-
this is amazing.
So
go
can I
ahead.
just do it?
Yeah,
Can I just do it?
absolutely.
Okay.
It beads right off.
It beads and...
Moms love that.
Yeah!
Beads right off.
Now I just need a little, you know,
Yeah,
thing to
so
cover it. And there we go. And
There you
that's
go.
okay.
That's
And that's
fun.
great.
Yeah.
And you do everything from the custom little ottomans over here to the chairs to the pillows. She also does a little bit more, Bob and Annette. We're going to show you some more great designs as well as how she made the switch to do something like this. And we're going to hear her story right here at Switch Studios. Once again, we have here Stacey Edwards. We've seen the sofas, we've seen the chairs, the pillows. First of all, tell us a little bit about what you created even here.
Yeah, so we like to do, you know, small fun items seasonally, then we did some Christmas stockings, and now we created these cute wine bottle bags. So how perfect would this be for a barbecue this season, right?
Love it.
Summer
It's
coming.
so cute.
Yeah, yeah. So it's perfect. Give it a little housewarming gift.
And tell us about your story. So you are an interior designer.
That's what I went to school for, yeah. And I practiced as an interior designer for a little while, a few years. And it just wasn't feeding my soul as much as I hoped something that I do every day did. So I did some soul searching, and I took an upholstery class from a sweet little old lady out in Toronto. And I loved it. I really loved it. I've always loved working with my hands. So eventually it just evolved into this. I started by doing stuff for friends and family, some design clients, and it just snowballed into this is what I do full time now.
I love that story.
Yeah.
I love and you know what, it takes a lot. Did you feel it took a lot of courage to make that change?
I think so, yeah, yeah. Like I say, you just kind of go through life thinking, well, I went to school for design, so that's what I should be doing with my life. And until you kind of think, no, you can really do whatever you want. So I did.
And the possibilities that you've shown, it's just endless.
Yeah.
How you took something that someone just left in their front lawn,
Exactly.
and you just turned it into something so pretty and beautiful.
Exactly. Yeah,
You know,
I love the transformations. And it's eco-friendly too, which is something that's important to me as well. So it's a nice process.
And just the fact that you would do things like these chairs.
Yeah, yeah. I just try to do stuff to inspire people, to let them know that they too can have things like this in their home. Things that you see on television, for example, we carry lots of fabrics by designers. So you can get those designers' looks in your own home just by purchasing some fabric from here and us making you some pillows or doing a chair. Or, you know, you get all of that in your own space.
And you're still working with your expertise, which is all of this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for telling us your story.
You.
Once again, Switch Studios right here in Burlington.